Hey everybody, this is Brandon from Sparksmith, helping you see and be seen. I wanted to talk about a new product that we've developed. In fact, just today I started working on this. We've recently had several customers come to us with newer Ford trucks, some of the Ram trucks, things like that, that have very particular CAN bus systems. These troublemakers tend to have, especially turn signal circuits that don't provide a full 12 volts. So one solution that we've found to that is telling customers, well, you got to go out and buy these. We use the ones from Diode. They have a solid state relay that just takes an input signal and then passes battery power out to the component. And the component in this case is our grill bars. So I've done a couple of these now that I realized I should just make a kit for it, and I call it the Troublemaker. And it is essentially a kit for those troublesome vehicles, like Rangers, F-150s, Rams, stuff like that. If you've got a truck or car or whatever that's giving you problems when you're trying to install our Universal Grille Bars, this is one solution to that. That'll be a relatively plug-and-play system. Now, it can be used on anything, but it's specifically intended for those troublesome vehicles. Let's take a look. So the first thing that makes this kit a little bit different is the bars. Whatever bars you choose will have a JST connector pre-installed on the ends so that it can plug into the rest of the system. And we're going to have it set up kind of like our 99 to 07 listing, where you can pick one pair or two pair, and in any case it will come with however many bars you order. Each one will have this little JST connector just to make it that much easier for you to install. Those JSTs will connect to the output of these two Diode solid state relays, and it literally will just plug right in. You'll have a yellow wire for each relay and power input. Power input will come from this harness that we also modify, add some wire loom to it to kind of tidy it up and make it. Find that when you tidy things up like this, it makes it a little less intimidating. But basically, one option you have to look at on the listing will be your fuse tap. So you're going to pick a fuse tap that matches. You'll have to look in your fuse box and see what kind of fuses your vehicle takes. If you can't figure it out, just let us know. We're happy to help. There'll be one of a couple of sizes to choose from, and you'll get this fuse tap and you'll install it into your factory fuse box under the hood. What you'll do is you'll find a fuse that has switched power. Usually it's a power port or something like that. Remove that fuse, stick it in this bottom slot, and then put this thing into that factory location, and that will give you switched power, which will turn your daytime running lights on just like a factory daytime running light. Black wire with the horseshoe shaped fitting here is just a ground. On the other end, again, you've got a plug and play setup where you just route these, keeping them away from anything that moves, anything that gets hot, and just plug them right into the modules. So the last step of the process is, I'm usually not a fan of these, but I think that this is a time and place for them. We are going to have dielectric grease filled on these because corrosion is what makes these ultimately not work. Essentially what you're going to do is you're going to take the yellow wire and stick it into one side of this, and then on the inner one, the outer cavity, you'll slide that over the wire that sends the signal for the turn signal on the vehicle. And if you're having trouble identifying that, if you don't know which one it is, you can email us, support@sparksmith.com. We're happy to help you identify which wires you need to do. So once you get it onto that wire, you simply fold this over, take a pair of pliers, crimp it into place, then give it a little tug just to make sure everything stayed in place. And that is the entire installation as far as wiring goes for this particular kit. Now, you can also opt for the other installation accessories, which would be like the aluminum bars that would help you mount these somewhere. So if you need a place to mount them, we can send you the aluminum strips to help you find a place to mount them. But just a kit that I wanted to put together to try and help people who've got these newer vehicles that have tricky CAN bus systems, just to make your life a little bit easier when you're going to install this stuff. So take a look at sparksmith.com. Thanks.